Welcome to the Woodville School News. I'm your anchor, Cash.
I'm your anchor, Jacoby.
Now for the joke of the day, most likely submitted by Mariah Tucker. What kind of seafood goes with peanut butter?
I don't know. What kind?
Jellyfish.
Jellyfish.
Pretty
Please
good
stand
joke.
for the Pledge of Allegiance in a moment of reflection.
Yeah.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Good morning. Today is Tuesday, January 24th. Woodville girls soccer team has their second game tonight at Cox Field. Game is at 7:30 p.m. and they play Raw Middle School. Now let's go see our Literacy Week special guest.
Good morning, Woodville Mustangs, and welcome to day 2 of Literature Week. Today we have Miss Andrews, our reading coach, who will discuss several of her favorite books. Miss Andrews, I hear you have quite a few favorites, so let's dive right in. Many teachers, especially in elementary school, do read aloud with students. What is your favorite read aloud books and why?
So glad you asked, Mariah. My favorite read aloud to do is We Are Growing. I think you can see the picture down at the bottom of the screen somewhere over here. There it is. And I love doing this read aloud for classes because it's about blades of grass and that they grow differently and about how they're all different and they're different characters. So just like in many stories and like us in real life where we grow differently and there's lots of funny voices and some great figurative language. So it is absolutely my favorite book to do as a read aloud.
Who is your favorite author?
Oh, that's a hard one. My favorite author is probably Roald Dahl. He is the person who wrote Charlie and the Chocolate Factory.
That's a good one. Tell us a little about him.
I love him as an author because he led a super interesting life, and I think that probably impacted his ability to write about some really crazy characters. So when he was like a young adult, he was a fighter pilot for the British Army, and so he got to experience a lot of really cool adventures. And then after he was injured in the war, he went on to go and travel to like other countries as a person representing Britain and eventually became a spy. And so I just have always thought that was like a really cool story, and a lot of the books that he writes have some really interesting and funny characters that I think he picked up from all of his travels.
That is really interesting. What about Roald makes him your favorite author?
So again, I just like his stories and I like his characters. He wrote James and the Giant Peach, The Big Friendly Giant, so some of my kids' favorite books, and I love them to do read-alouds, and I think that in general he just does a really good job of coming up with characters that are like different and cool.
James and the Giant Peach is a really good one.
It is a good one.
If you had to choose one book that you consider your favorite, what book would it be and why?
I really do love reading James and the Giant Peach from him, but I think probably because my kids love this one. I love Matilda, so not only like is it a great book, it's now a really cool musical that they've done on Broadway, and you can in fact even watch it. I think it's on Netflix that you can watch it, like if you're interested in going to see how they turned this story into a musical.
Well, since it's Literature Week, let's talk a little about AR. Can you tell our viewers some of the prizes that they can earn on the AR card?
So I know I've seen some of you traveling around with the AR cart, and there's more to come all week long. We kind of waited to kick it off until Literacy Week, and when we had kids that have really earned a lot of points and have moved into our different point clubs. So when I come around to your classes, you'll see, like, depending on which point club you're in, there's different layers on the cart. And one of the things you can earn, for example, when you get to 50 points, is you can get a really cool reading buddy like mine and Mariah's here. So those are, again, for our 50-point people, but we've got prizes for 5 points and 10 points and 25, and then once you get beyond 50, there's some really cool things, including a popcorn party for your whole class. So I can't wait to see you guys while I'm out with the cart.
Thank you for answering our questions today, Miss Andrews. Mustangs, tomorrow is Wacky Wednesday, so let's see who can dress wackier than Dr. Meir.
Today in history, on this day in the year 1984, the first Apple Macintosh computer goes on sale. That was so long ago that Mr. Erb was in 8th grade.
Oh, God.
Wow.
10.
That's long.
Today's lunch. Today we have a choice of nachos or cheeseburger
That's
with
tough.
lettuce and tomato. That's very tough. Black beans and assorted fruit and juice. Please remember that these menu items are definitely going to change.
That's a tough choice.
They're definitely
Today's
gonna change.
birthdays. Today we have 2 Woodville birthdays. Let's wish a happy birthday to Elijah Garrett in kindergarten and Jaslyn Hale in 2nd grade.
Now for the weather. Today will be sunny with partly cloudy. High around 65 tomorrow. Look for showers and thunderstorms. High 66.
Fun fact of the day. Did you know that kangaroos are unable to walk backwards? That's insane. That's all we have for today. Thanks for tuning in, and we will see you around campus.
That one.